Have you ever done something that felt wrong, but you still found a way to justify it to yourself afterward? Maybe you skipped the gym and told yourself, I'll just work twice as hard tomorrow. Or you bought something expensive and said, well, I deserve it. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And psychology has a name for this uncomfortable feeling. It's called cognitive dissonance, and it influences way more of your daily life than you probably realize. In this video, we're breaking down what cognitive dissonance really is, why your brain hates it, and how it shapes your decisions from the small stuff, like buying shoes, to the big stuff, like staying in toxic relationships or denying evidence. So, what exactly is cognitive dissonance? The term was coined in 1957 by social psychologist Leon Festinger. In simple terms, cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort you feel when your beliefs, values, or attitudes contradict your actions. It's like your brain holding two conflicting thoughts at once. And trust me, your mind does not like that. Imagine believing I care about my health, but eating fast food 5 times a week. That internal tug of war, that's cognitive dissonance. Festinger famously tested this with a study called the boring task experiment. Participants were asked to complete a dull, repetitive task. Afterward, some were paid $1 and others were paid $20 to lie and say the task was fun to the next person. Surprisingly, the people paid $1 convinced themselves the task was genuinely more enjoyable. Why? Because $1 wasn't enough to justify lying, so they subconsciously changed their belief to reduce dissonance. The $20 group had enough money to rationalize the lie, so they didn't feel the need to change their opinion. Cognitive dissonance isn't just a quirky mental glitch. It affects real-world decisions every day. Let's say you're loyal to a company, but you find out they've been involved in unethical practices. If you continue working there or supporting them, you'll experience dissonance between your values and your actions. To reduce that discomfort, you might downplay the scandal, saying, well, every company has flaws, or it's not that bad. That's your brain protecting itself from the stress of holding two conflicting realities. This happens in relationships too. You might believe you deserve to be treated with respect, but stay with someone who disrespects you. To resolve the dissonance, people often justify the behavior. They're just stressed, or it's my fault too. So how do we fix this discomfort? Psychologists say we usually resolve dissonance in 3 ways. 1. Change your behavior. For example, if you value health but smoke, you might quit smoking to align your actions with your beliefs. 2. Change your beliefs. You could convince yourself that smoking isn't that harmful or that everyone dies of something. 3. Add new beliefs to justify. You might think, smoking helps me reduce stress, and stress is dangerous too. This mental gymnastics isn't always conscious. It happens subtly, often without us even noticing. Ever wonder why some people stay loyal to a brand, even when it's clearly worse than the competition? Or why sports fans defend their team's dirty plays while criticizing other teams for doing the same? Cognitive dissonance. Even politics aren't immune. Voters might ignore flaws in a candidate they support because admitting those flaws creates too much psychological discomfort. It even pops up in consumer choices. After buying something expensive, we tend to focus on positive reviews and ignore the bad ones to feel better about the purchase. But here's the thing. Cognitive dissonance can also lead to dangerous thinking. It plays a role in confirmation bias, where we only seek information that aligns with our beliefs. It can make people double down on harmful habits, justify unethical behavior, or even deny scientific facts. For example, someone who pollutes but believes in environmental protection might downplay climate change just to resolve that internal conflict. But don't worry, it's not all bad. Cognitive dissonance can motivate positive change too. When you feel uncomfortable about procrastinating, that tension might push you to finally start working. Or feeling guilty about how you treated someone might lead you to apologize and grow emotionally. It's a natural tool for self-improvement when we listen to it. So how can you use this knowledge in your life? Start by noticing when you feel uneasy after making a decision. Ask yourself, am I rationalizing something to avoid discomfort? Are my actions and values aligned? What belief or behavior can I adjust? Sometimes it's not about choosing perfectly, but being honest with yourself. Cognitive dissonance isn't your enemy. It's your mind's way of flagging that something's off. When you become more aware of it, you unlock a superpower, the ability to make more conscious, authentic choices. So, next time you catch yourself justifying something that feels wrong, pause and lean into that discomfort. It might just be your brain pushing you toward real growth. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more psychology deep dives.